What is up, IDP Army? It's Jordan Rains back again with another show of the IDP Army podcast. Got a fun one today. Going to be talking through two real money drafts that I did in the Big Dog Bash first season inaugural fantasy football league, the most important league that's ever going to exist in fantasy football. Only 600 of the truest, most elite human beings, fantasy analysts, influencers, creators, players, masterminds. Um, and it's going to be incredible. I managed to get two teams drafted. I'm excited to compete. I'm excited to get out there and just whoop some ass, honestly, straight up and down. So want to show you all the team that I put together for the IDP Army, the two teams we got going out here. Be sure you are subscribed to the channel so you can root for our teams all season long in the bash. Make sure that you tell your friends to get some of our cool little Passel merch, get some of the IDP Army merch so you can rock with us during the bash. We're going to do a lot of offensive content on that. Follow us on TikTok, have some fun stuff over there as well. But let's go ahead and get to it. We'll go ahead and talk you through the bash drafts in 1 second. I've got a good show for you guys. I'm excited. I'm excited to show you guys these teams. As always, we want to thank our Patreons. This whole channel is really, powered by the Patreons, the members of this channel. You can join our Patreon. Go to idparmy.com. You can go check out our rankings there as well. Like I said, I got a good show for us today. We are going to go over my teams I drafted for the Big Dog Bash. Let me get those pulled up here for us. Chrome tab. There we go. And this is a 600-man draft league. It's going to be a tournament style. You had to have an NFT to get into the bash. I managed to get 2 of those. But the team, the draft strategy that I had, really revolved around 2 things. One, this was a 2 quarterback league. All right. Or super flex. And 2, there are no trades allowed in this league. So I had to think, how I wanted to build this team early. This was from the number 4 pick. And as you can see, I was able to get Derek Carr, Christian McCaffrey, David Montgomery, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, which I loved getting him. I have a story from the draft for that. DK Metcalf, Dawson Knox, Kareem Hunt is my first flex. Devin Singletary is my second flex. And then Kirk Cousins is my super flex. On the bench for this team, and this is for League 19, I've got Drew Lock, Chuba Hubbard, Khalil Herbert, Jarvis Landry, Corey Davis, Curtis Samuel, Mecole Hardman, Chase Claypool, and A.J. Green. Hunter Henry down there at the bottom. Another thing that influenced this draft a lot was it is a 3 wide receiver draft and 2 flex, so I didn't want to skimp at wide receiver, as you can tell here. I was able to I had the 104 pick. That's where McCaffrey came from. Let's see if I can pull the draft board up here for you all, just so you can kind of see where I was able to secure some of these values for this league. Stop that one. If anyone has any questions while you're watching, feel free to drop them in there. I'll try to answer them if I have some time, which I may. Here we go. All right, here's a look at our draft board, just so you can kind of see how the draft went for me. So at that number 1 spot or number 4 spot, I knew I was going to take Christian McCaffrey. He was there. I thought about taking Mahomes, but had to have Christian McCaffrey on a team this year. It's not something I usually get a chance to be a part of in season long. And I felt like in a league like this, he could offer me some real upside. So I decided to go there. And I knew if I did that, I was going to have to try to get my first quarterback no later than the 3rd round. But I knew to watch what kind of values fell in the second. So I was able to get Devontae Adams in the second, which I was really, really excited about. And then in the 3rd, I was able to stack him with Derek Carr. Very bullish on that team this year. The Raiders, especially with, Devontae Adams of being a target hog and all that. So my favorite pick in this draft was the ability I was able to get at the 409. I was able to get AJ Brown because the guy right in front of me took Michael Pittman, someone who I'm notoriously very anti this season. I just think people are drafting him at his absolute ceiling right now. So I was worried because in ADP it showed that AJ Brown and Michael Pittman were very close. That guy ended up taking Pittman. I got Brown. And then I was able to get Cousins again here in the 5th, which was an incredible value. He went higher in so many of the other drafts. So I felt very good about that. Coming back, I got David Montgomery, Singletary, Hunt. I took 3 quarterbacks in a row. I felt like I needed to secure some guys that were on some offensive that, potential guys that were going to get playing time no matter what, really. Even if Singletary is not the guy, he's going to get playing time. Even if Kareem Hunt is not the guy, he's going to get playing time. I think Montgomery is the guy, and even if he's not, he's going to get playing time. So I was able to get him after I got DK. So I rounded out my 3 wide receivers. I was able to get Montgomery, Singletary, and Hunt. Got Dawson Knox, very bullish on him, and I was very happy to get Knox and Singletary because I wanted a piece of the Bills' offense, and I was able to do that with those 2 guys. And then my bench started filling out. Claypool, I think he has some upside this year. I'm a Steelers fan. I know that's a good team. So there's always going to be upside for talented players on good teams. Okay, so this is where the draft kind of got interesting and something that I was very intentional about or tried to be intentional about. I took Khalil Herbert, all right, here with the 12-9. I was intentional about that because this is a no trade. Waiver wire is fab. I wanted to make sure that I had my backups for my starting running backs on my team in this league. So take David Montgomery. If it doesn't work out, I have the other guy already. I don't have to think about it. Okay. And I think in a league like this, that's a lot was something that, strategy wise, I definitely thought about. You can tell later down at 1704, I took Chuba Hubbard. I don't know if he's the actual backup or Dante Foreman. I was looking out for Dante Foreman as well. I think he went a little before that. I'm not exactly sure, but I was happy to get Chuba because I wanted another backup. Now, my backup quarterback, Drew Lock, not too excited about. But hopefully I never really have to play him more than once. And if I do, I have DK Metcalf. I don't even know if he's going to get the start, with Geno there. So we might have to be checking the waiver wire in this league in particular. But as far as my starters, I really like my starters in that league. If everybody can stay at least semi-healthy, I think I got a good team in this one. This is League 19. Looks like I got a couple of questions here coming through. Drew Vertrees says, "Sup, Jordan? I'm in a 2 QB league. I got the 104. It's a 12-man QB premium, receiving premium. You should go for 2 elite QBs, first QBs. I would try to get one, at 104, unless McCaffrey's there, kind of like I did. That's kind of my thought. By QB premium, I wonder what that means in particular. But that would be my first leaning would be McCaffrey if he's there still. Unless the premium is something crazy. Hoping you win the bash, Jordan. Thanks, Travis, my guy. I hope I win it for us. It's for the culture. This is a chance to get my face out there in front of people for IDP. So let's get it. TDs are 7 points. I would still just probably, if McCaffrey's there, you take McCaffrey at 104, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Before we go to the second team, like I said, please join our Patreon if you want to get access to the Patreon's only live stream. That's going to be every Saturday night, Friday or Saturday night, depending on when people want to have it, really. Answering all your all's questions for lineups. And then Sunday morning, we're going to do what we do every year, which is our usual, Sunday morning live. We've been doing that this will be our 4th year doing that. I'm actually going to pull our schedule up real quick here. Pull myself over. As you can see, we're going to be doing something every day for fantasy on the channel, on the podcast feed, on the website. There'll even be some stuff. Actually, a little tidbit for anyone listening to this right now. The week 1 fantasy rankings are actually up on the site, idparmy.com. Go check them out. Nothing too crazy, but they're up. But the schedule, we'll have our data drop, our big data dump on Monday morning, talk through, snap counts, talk about how the week went. Tuesday, I'm going to do a space kind of revolving around the bash and then probably turn that into a podcast as well. Rankings will come out Wednesday. Thursday, offensive points will come out, and there's going to be a space for the Thursday night game. Do a pregame, do a little underdog drafting in there for the single game slate. You should be joining us there. Actually, you should be playing underdog with us. Go use our promo code, use the link in the description. They'll give you $100 deposit match bonus. Okay. And then you can come play with me every week. That's where I play underdog. That's where I play daily fantasy. I was on underdog. I love doing the drafts. I love watching Netflix and just doing drafts, drinking a few beers. It's a good time. You can set up leagues with your friends. They're single week leagues, all drafting. There's no, it's not botted out and all crazy like DFS is. It's actually still, it's DFS for the real man, who likes to get out there and plow the earth with his hands, as Evan Silva would say. So use our promo code IDP Army. You can scan this thing on the screen here, or you can click the link in the description, and they'll give you $100 because they're fucking cool like that. Okay, they fuck with us, we fuck with them. So, all right, you want to hear about the other team I drafted, and then you want me to shut the hell up. So let me pull it up over here. The second league I'm in is in League 31. Now, this draft in this league, things did not go as rosy in this one as I wanted them to. A lot of that stemming from the fact that I had the 101 pick. Was not really excited to have the 101 pick. I knew I was going to take Josh Allen, but I just knew that I was going to lose a lot of good picks along the way coming back around. And this league's got a lot of sharp people in it, and it showed. So I'll go ahead and pull up the league right now. This is League 31. Or no, it's not. This is the Bash 19. Sorry, still. Let me pull that down. Whoops. Okay, that was silly. All right, so here is League 31, the team I was able to draft for us, IDP Army. Josh Allen, our starting quarterback. At running back, I was able to get Josh Jacobs and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Wide receiver, we have CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins. Tight end, we have George Kittle, Juju Smith-Schuster as our first flex. Devin Singletary as our second flex. Mitchell Trubisky as our super flex. Yeah, it's not pretty. Then it's Baker Mayfield, Jerick McKinnon, Zach Moss, Zamir White, Jarvis Landry, Chase Claypool, Curtis Samuel, KJ Osborne, AJ Green, and then Adam Troutman. So let's see if I can pull up this draft, and I'll kind of walk you through my thought process on each of, just my thought process on this draft. Like I said, it did not go as I wanted it to. I was really, really hoping to get Stephon Diggs on the come around there. That did not happen. The guy right in front of me, like one pick or two picks, a couple of picks before me, snagged him, and I was hoping to get Devontae Adams, and he also got snagged. So you can see I'm here at the 101, right above me. So this is kind of how the draft played out. I took Josh Allen. I was really hoping to get Diggs or Adams. Both of them were taken. So I knew I wanted to go wide receiver at this point because Aaron Jones got taken here. I was very interested in Jones. I wanted Najee to fall to me as well. He ended up going very high in this one versus the other one. So I took CeeDee Lamb because I know he's going to get a lot of targets. I took Tua because I took Tyreek Hill because I still believe he's one of the best receivers in the league. You know what I mean? Like these are just the facts. Mike McDaniels is going to use him. He's going to target him. He knows how he wants to get the ball in the hands of his best player. He wants to be a winning coach. Who doesn't? You know what I'm saying? So he's going to give him the ball. So then we're back again for a long stretch of players go here. Kind of fascinating. After I take Tyreek Hill, not many wide receivers go in this next round. Only other one with Deebo Samuel at the 10th, 310. Then a couple go off in the 4th. I was able to secure T. Higgins here. I liked that. And then it was an interesting spot because I knew I needed to get a running back here. And I was kind of wondering if I should take Cam Akers, if I should take Josh Jacobs. Who should I take? Even David Montgomery, but I knew none of those guys were going to make it back to me. And I went with Josh Jacobs. I'm kind of surprised how bullish I actually ended up being this year on him, on the Raiders, but they're going to have a ton of goal line opportunities. Derek Carr is not a bad quarterback. He's goofy. Yeah, I don't necessarily like him, but he's not a bad quarterback. He can get he does some things that are special from time to time. He's got great weapons around him. For the first time ever, he's literally locked and loaded. Like, he's not making guys good anymore. He has good guys around him. And Josh Jacobs, people want to talk all this trash on him, but he's not bad. Like, from the 5th round, I was very happy to get him on what I think is going to be a super high-powered offense with a lot of goal line touches. I mean, Derek Carr's not going to run him in. You know what I mean? So if Adams doesn't catch it, Waller doesn't catch it. I mean, the only other person who's probably going to be getting any touches around the goal line is going to be Jacobs. And I think they're going to get down there a lot. That's just my, and then, Renfro truthers will come attack me. Then the long wait again. I wanted Allen Robinson and I wanted Juju Smith-Schuster in both these drafts. I've been getting them a lot in underdog. I knew they probably wouldn't get back to me. Robinson went in the 5th. Juju made it all the way back to me, and I was so happy about that. And then I had an interesting discussion with myself. I'm not usually a George Kittle guy. I don't think I've ever even had him in fantasy really, except for daily. But in the 7th round, when guys like Kelsey and Andrews are going in the 3rd, Pitts in the 4th, I just felt like it was a great opportunity to get some upside. Tight end 4 last year, coming off the board as the 5th tight end. But the thing is, the rounds, multiple rounds later, and the point value was minuscule, between he and the top guys ahead of that. And I think he missed a game or two. So I was happy to get him and not really have to think about my tight end spot anymore. And then again, the long wait. So I wait, and they come back around, and I have to fill out my running back depth at this point. Things are getting really hairy. So I take Clyde Edwards-Helaire, high-powered offense. I take Devin Singletary, high-powered offense. I mean, I didn't really know what else to do at this point. I don't want Rashad. I know Rashad Penny was gone. I don't believe in Damian Harris or, Ramondre Stevenson. Antonio Gibson, I missed. I probably would have taken Antonio Gibson, but I missed the news or whatever about Brian Robinson getting shot till the next morning. So I've been a big Brian Robinson guy. But I was happy to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire, honestly. Happy to get Singletary. Able to pick up Baker Mayfield and then Trubisky a little later. Got a couple of wide receivers here. I like Landry a lot this year. Best quarterback he's ever played with this year with Jameis, in my opinion. He's played with Tannehill, crappy Tannehill down in Miami. He's played with crappy Baker in Cleveland. 29 years old. He plays with good Jameis. I'm interested. So to get him as a bench player, I love that for this team. Wonder what y'all think about what he's going to do this year. Got KJ Osborne. Again, I had him on both teams. I like him and Landry and Claypool a lot. It's flex guys. These aren't guys I'm hoping are going to carry my team, but there's a little upside. Zamir White, like I mentioned earlier, and Jerick McKinnon, both to back up my running backs, and Zach Moss. So I insulated this team running back wise. I have I have 3 high-powered offenses by my estimations, running back ones: Josh Jacobs, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Devin Singletary. And then I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm probably covering the bottom guy here, but I guess you can see Zach Moss. Yeah, I have Zach Moss, Jerick McKinnon, and Zamir White. So if they go down, I have their immediate backups. Again, that was intentional by me. I don't know if other people were really looking into that or not into this draft. I know I talked to some people about it, and they're like, yeah, I'm just winging it, whatever. I was like, I'd be thinking about this stuff. And I did. So hopefully I'm rewarded with a big fat fucking dub on this motherfucker and take home the belt for the IDP Army. Got some questions here. The second team is solid. The RBs are questionable, though. Oh, I know. That's the thing. The RBs are very questionable. I'm glad you think overall it's solid, though. And that's the thing. Like, I felt like when I took Lamb and Hill, I knew things were just not going to go well. Like, I really did not feel comfortable not having. And that's kind of why I didn't like the 101 and why I did take. Because I felt very comfortable in this other draft having Christian McCaffrey. There's no comfort on this team. You know what I mean? There really isn't, except for Josh Allen. But I do believe all of these players are going to, even though they haven't been getting a lot of pub, they're not very hot. They're not the hotness. I think there's a lot to be said for what they can bring week in and week out. Good quarterbacks, good situations. So I like that. I have the 101 in one of my leagues this weekend, and I hate it. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I hated it too. I almost thought about like trying to get out of it, but I wanted Josh Allen as well, and I was just like, apparently he went like the 101 like almost every single draft, which he should. And I'm very happy to have him. So couldn't complain about that. I'm not really sure. I haven't really had a chance to scout my teammates, the people I'm playing with, teams. Let's take a look here at a couple of these. McCaffrey, Jefferson. Ooh, that's going to be a nasty one. We got Rodgers, Lance, Devontae Smith. You got Akers, Mitchell. Yeah, that's going to be a tough team to mess with. Will Fuller was kind of risky. Who else has got a team that looks interesting? Man, they let McCaffrey fall to 109 in this draft. Come on. What are y'all doing out here? You taking... This guy took Dalvin Cook 102, which was insanity. I'm surprised nobody's commented about that yet. I don't know why he did that. Somehow he didn't take... His wide receivers are scary. Ooh, that is not a wide receiver core I would be happy to go into any season with. No siree. Ooh. Would you be happy with that? Russell Wilson is your quarterback. Jameis, but you're a rookie. Yeah, none of that looks exciting to me. But that's one more person to knock out of the bash with that nice easy layup. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got for you all today. You can check out all of our other content, on the channel. We have all kinds of stuff, rankings, we have shorts, we have sleepers, we have breakouts, busts. We have all 32 teams. We did fantasy football previews on offense and defense. We have everything. So if you want to, support the channel, like I said, join the Patreon. Just throw us a couple of bucks every month. We'd appreciate that. You'll get our weekly rankings. You'll get to join private underdog drafts with us, the guys and myself on the team. Oh, one thing before we leave, I have to say, wanted to welcome a new member to the IDP Army. You all may know him from his previous tenure with the IDP guys, but we are happy to have Mace Riney joining us this season / as long as he wants to, really, as a contributor for written stuff, maybe some live streams, helping out just in the Discord, whatever, joining the community, being part of the squad, joining the IDP Army for real. So go give Mace a follow. He is a good dude, knows what he's talking about for IDP Fantasy Football, and we are happy to have him on the squad. And we'd love to have you on the squad too. So, all right, 22 minutes. That's like a perfect time for a podcast. So, until next time, which I'll do another show. I don't know, what is today, Tuesday? Be doing another AMA this weekend. Probably do another live stream answering questions, maybe later in the evening. Leave me a comment. What do you guys think? What do you girls think? Help you with any drafts you got, last minute draft prep that you need, open up a space, something like that. We'll do whatever it takes, get you that dough. So, all right, later.